As always, today I'm trying to retrieve long lost items with the help of my metal detector worth showing you guys. I see you with the first find of the day. Mixed signal here. A leather case appeared. I opened it. Pocket knife. Could definitely belong to a Wehrmacht soldier or Red Army soldier back then. Already falling apart. But neat little find. Big iron signal right next to the street. Yeah, it is approximately in this direction, 20 to 30 meters from where I stand. Big iron signal, as already said. And this appears to me to be the contours of a rifle. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's a K98 German rifle. It's a bit bent. Definitely not gonna keep it. But first sign of the day. Let's continue. Right next to it, another strong iron signal. Let's see together what it is. Unfortunately, I accidentally hit the button to stop recording on my phone, but look what appeared right next to the K98. That's an amazing find. Even complete with the scabbard attached to it. Wow, that's a very neat find. This is a so-called parade bayonet for the K98, so it was most likely in use for representative purposes. Actually still in pretty good condition. Yeah, that's a very neat find. Nice. And particularly interesting about those parade bayonets is the fact that, the blades have been coated with a thick layer of chrome, so they would be very shiny on those representational occasions, like a parade, for example. And yeah, wait to the end of the video and we will have a closer look at the blade. I have very high hopes that the blade is in very decent condition still. And yeah, to the end of the video, we'll take the scabbard apart from the bayonet. Quite curious find here. It's a very big flashlight. Not sure if it will work again, but actually it looks pretty decent still. Seems to be rechargeable via USB. Think I'm gonna take it and try it out at home. So right now I'm only on my way to the location where I plan to metal detect the entire day. And I've made my first find of the day, even without turning on my metal detector. That's quite funny. Look at this. This seems to be the handle of a spoon made out of aluminum, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it clearly is. And it's wow, look at this! there's the eagle with the swastika. This is unbelievable. Wow, take a look at this. It's from the Kriegsmarine. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This is so unexpected. I have clearly no words for it. I was just walking here on this path, and my eyes saw something popping out of the ground, which didn't seem quite natural. Amazing. Wow. I'm pretty stunned by the find I just made. It was a beautiful signal, high ringing. Let me get into the sun a bit. It's a huge silver coin. Wow. And it is an old one. Wow. Amazing find. 1600s maybe. I have to clean it a bit better. Amazing. Here we have a small foxhole, and right in front of the foxhole I had a signal which was almost too good to be true. It was ringing up in the high 90s on my deers, and a tin made out of zinc appeared. Not sure if there's anything inside. It definitely has some weight, but let's check it out. Oh, it doesn't open that easily. Don't know what it was exactly. Seems to be the remains of some rotten wood, or maybe tobacco. That's interesting. No inscription on top of the lid, so it could definitely be a personal item the soldier carried around to have some tobacco with him. Very interesting. So for the last 20 minutes of detecting I had very few signals only. Until now. I had a solid strident high signal on my DS1 87. And in my 20 years of metal detecting I've never encountered a find like this. That's astonishing to me. This is the handle to a table knife with some posh and beautiful enamel inlays. Look at this. I have never encountered a find like this. It is a typical Art Nouveau style from the early 1900s, and it is quite beautiful. And very strange to my surprise, on the backside there appeared a very creepy or grotesque face. That's a quite unique find, I would say. Yeah, I had a signal that was almost too good to be true. Very high ringing, 96, 97, and usually when you got those high tone signals, yeah, you're expecting aluminum cans, for example, but this time it is not. This time it is an ashtray made out of silver, and unfortunately I did hit it with my spade here. Yeah, nothing I can do about it right now. It's highly oxidated. I have to clean it, but this is definitely silver. Very unusual find here in a foxhole. First of all, I thought I had a suitcase, but it is a case for some sort of a tool. It's from a very famous manufacturer, Hilti. There's definitely something still inside. Oh my god, what's that? What's inside of that? Okay, I think that definitely might have been stolen at some point. Yeah, I have to rebury it. It's nothing I'm interested in. Curious find. Very good signal right next to this foxhole. And there we have Jesus on the cross. It has to be some sort of a pendant according to the loop on top of it. But it's a huge pendant. That was quite a shock. I dug a hole, I had a signal, and some coins appeared. Unfortunately, they are not older than 50 years. So let me dig them out and I'll show you a better picture of it when I'm finished here. Must be at least hundreds of them. Those are only 1 Pfennig Münzen from 1950s to the 1990s. That's somewhat of a strange find, but interesting nonetheless.